Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my two beautiful co-hosts. Dialing it in from the left coast, we've got Brane Damage.
Hee-hoo!
And coming in from South Canada, Quiet Michael.
Hey, Eric.
And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single show, no matter what my co-host keeps saying. It's a new promo. Did you like this one? I threw in some Darmok. Are you guys Trekkies? I don't know. Are we Trek people at all?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
No.
Excellent. So Darmok.
Big time. And specifically Next Generation. Picard over Kirk for me.
Excellent. I was hoping that.
I like how the next frame goes to like Star Wars font, though.
Yes, it does. A lot of work on this one, boys. See, this one was where I started because I was like, Hawaiian shirt. I was like, because Brane's Hawaiian. Guy with a trumpet, Michael. Guy, looking confused next to a laptop. That's me. And it had 261 in it. But see, these things evolve over time. It's very weird. I was watching a French cartoon with my kid, and she says, I think I can make that into a promo for your show. I'm like, I love my kid so much. So she made animations. We are stocked for promos for a while. Nice. Facebook for the Blind, of course, #1 in news, written in rainbow because it is Pride Month. So happy Pride to all who celebrate. And right now, got to get to the depressing news.
We're #1.
Every week since we started this fucking show, there's been too much to talk about. President Porta Potty has covered the White House lawn with 10 times too many porta potties. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just, what do you say? Who knows? I guess. Who knows? Some of the big news that happened this week that everybody was making fun of was the tangerine toddler sat down with Kristen Welker, and she told him to his face, he kept saying the election was rigged. She said, you never presented evidence that it was rigged. And he just like exploded. And she's like, where's the evidence to that? Where's the evidence? And he got up and stormed off. And I loved it because the Iranians had this Legoized and out seconds later. Look at that Lego tractor. I want that Lego tractor. The detail, they put sweat on him. He's so shiny. The hay bales are good. Her folder, which is tabbed like a professional interviewer, says proof. And then he gets up and storms away in both Lego and real form. Fascinatingly, he stomped on his microphone and it cut out, which is crazy. And then he seemed to gesture with his hand towards Kristen's shoulder, which I'm told by a lot of therapists is a sign of a man who's about to fall down or who falls down a lot. So I am thinking, just take a spitball in here. I'm thinking head injury from a fall in the library by August 1st. That's my bet. That's what I'm saying. He also had a rotten time jinxing the Knicks game. Knicks in New York City is a huge deal. Even as a non-sports fan like myself discovered, because my brother who lives in New York said, hey man, how about the Knicks? And I was like, oh my God, my brother he's known me my entire life. Why on earth would he ask that? So anyway, but tons of people commenting on the tangerine toddler up behind bulletproof glass. Turns out Obama was actually on the floor with no Secret Service, just high-fiving people, taking selfies, having a good time. Mom Donnie was out there, having a good time. And when they did the national anthem, the Jumbotron guy, and boy, he's got the suckiest job in the world, every time he put the president on the Jumbotron, the entire joyous stadium just was rocked with booze. The entire thing. It sounded like they were even pumping in more booze from outside, from the viewers who were.
Are you talking about alcohol, Eric?
No, booze. BOOS, like a boo. like a tremendous amount.
Booing him.
Our guy from a lot of the left was joyous about that. The Pod Save America guy captioned it, "God, we needed this." Trump crashed the NBA Finals and got exactly what he deserved. Just amazing amounts of booze, an inescapable amount of booze from Madison Square Garden. And friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson, summed it up with, "Let this be a lesson. Anytime President Cheeto McPussygrabber is even near a court in New York, he loses." I thought was pretty tight. Speaking of courts where they're losing, the Democrats in Texas, the Democrats in New York have already voted on drawing new congressional districts. Looks like they're going to add themselves as many seats as they feel like, similar to California. Meanwhile, in Virginia, it's also happening. And when the Republicans tried to call her on it, the president tempore of Virginia said, "You started it, we'll fucking finish it," which is exactly the attitude that I'm looking for here. And the fun thing is, too, is that she has gone to battle with Governor Youngkin before, Glenn Youngkin. Here we see her basically giving the "bye Felicia" stance as she defeated him in court last time. So, fantastic. In good news, almost half of U.S. data centers that were supposed to open this year have now been canceled or delayed because people are pissed and nobody wants this crap. Companies have been rehiring workers after the AI replacements fail, which is hilarious. I hope they're asking for higher salaries. Frustrated franchisee sues Pizza Hut because they screwed up their crappy, they screwed up the kitchen. They made pizzas that they could get out in 30 minutes, get out in an hour and cold. So, they screwed it up. But I noticed here in our local Republican rag, the News Gazette, that local business leader had said, no, hey man, don't get mistaken because, we want those data centers. Those are really good. Brother, read the room. So they're dumb, and he looks kind of creepy too. Meanwhile, if you hadn't been dialed in on this deal in Albania, really insane, man. Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law and president's daughter, just basically bribed the Albanian government to give them this naturally, a nature preserve island. And anyway, Rick Devia says hundreds of thousands of Albanians have been protesting for over a week to revolt against their corrupt government, as well as criminal slumlord traitor Jared Kushner and crimestress Ivanka for plotting to seize their land. Americans could learn a lesson or two. So, by the way, too, I also read and have not had time to confirm that Albania seized and froze $4 billion in Jared's money. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. Can we do that? Can we freeze billions of dollars? That's insane. First off, that the president's son-in-law has $10 billion is ridiculous. By the way, too, I saw a rundown since his election. Somehow Barron Trump, the son of the president who has no job, has apparently acquired $10 million. Why is that in any way legal? Anyway, the rude pundit captions it best: "We are the laziest fucking country on earth." Hey, meanwhile, this is kind of fun. Out in Los Angeles, Karen Bass has taken on the mayoral primary there, and it's really hilarious. This has made rural MAGA farmers care about a mayoral primary because Spencer Pratt, this reality TV guy, they got a real thing for these reality TV guys. I'm not really understanding it. For 41 seconds, he had 0 votes, and they were like, "It's a conspiracy," and passed the meme all over the place and really tried. And it's like, that Los Angeles is 85% Democratic, right? Did you miss that? You've been calling Hollywood every name in the book, and you're like, no. The Republicans got to make it into the top 2. And it's like, no, he doesn't. There's no reason for that. There's no conspiracy at all. Hey, speaking of guys making a lot of noise, Thomas Massey. I got to tell you what, sometimes these guys impress me. He got up today and talked about how 59 years ago today, Israel attacked the USS Liberty in international waters, killed 32 crew members, and wounded 174. And there is an official apology in the record, so there's that. They said that they made a mistake for 17 hours of strafing our ship in a story that I implore you to please read about because they don't teach it in history class. Anyway, I've been waiting for a long time for this story to get mainstream just to go, excuse me? The Israelis destroyed our ship and killed our people, and I'm finding out about it from a meme show with Star Wars cartoons. Okay? The big story today, in my opinion, has been the Graham Plattner smear campaign. Don't know if you've witnessed this, but it is a full court press. Absolutely insane. Friend of the show, Jim Narikas, passes this along. Brett Stevens captions this with, Democrats should show they're better people by letting MAGA keep the Senate. We should have Graham Plattner bow out because he's such a bad person, and let Collins get in there because of all these things. And a guy says, the opinion is titled "The Good That Can Come from Plattner's Candidacy," and Pete's like, "Really, what's good?" He says, "Oh, it could also result in burying the Me Too in the graveyard of discarded progressive shibboleths." So that was Brett Stevens' opinion on that. I dug into it, found all kinds of connections to AIPAC. I was like, wow, that's amazing. The Nation magazine, also ostensibly liberal, also jumped in with Graham Plattner and the rise of white male identity politics. Films for Action took him to task and just said, hey man, identity politics is paying attention to all the gossip, wannabe scandals, and superficial hit jobs on him. Class politics is realizing he's fighting the ruling class, including militarism, and that's what matters. Then we got The Atlantic saying, oh, Maine has a Graham Plattner problem, which Reich Wing Watch, friend of the show, says The Atlantic has a bias problem. Actually calls it The Atlantis. But yeah, it was a full court press. I saw a post an hour. I hadn't seen smears this much since Bernie. Do you remember? I think it was like The Nation or Mother Jones or The Atlantic or Time Magazine or The Hill or whatever. One of these they just ran every single hour a story about how bad he was, which is blowing my mind. And then every time they went to somebody on the street in Maine, you get something like this. We have a Senate that's controlled by Republicans who are not holding this president in check, and that is a higher priority. So get out of our business. Anyway, in the continuing saga of how AI sucks, how about a heartwarming animal story? Not heartwarming at all. This is in your neighborhood, Brane. A robot dog with Elon Musk's face has been spotted walking around San Francisco. It's very realistic.
Man, I would kick that thing.
I know. I can't believe this thing survived long enough that they could write an article about it and take pictures of it. The Unitree Go-To robot dog fitted with a hyper-realistic silicone Elon Musk head has been running around San Francisco. I couldn't believe this, man. I immediately had a traumatic flashback to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Anyone? No one. I sent it to my brother. He's like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I was like, yes!
I don't know what that is, but I just want to say, I knew that bitch was a robot. Okay.
I am saddened. Now I'm realizing I have to show this movie to all my kids. All right. Also, friend of the show, Susan, who is the queen of the goths in the Bay Area, posted this heartwarming animal tale. So this happened this morning. So my roommate found a random baby tarantula on her bed. So now the house has 3. I don't know if interspecific breeding is a thing, but I have an arboreal and a Mexican red knee in the same enclosure. None of my neighbors would have ever had one. I don't know if it came inside the house and just lucked out being imported into a home that would welcome it. But what a stroke of luck! And that's the kind of heartwarming animal story that we like to end our Facebook for the Blind newses with for today's date, which is 6/9, nice, June 9th, 2026, which means that I'm all wrapped up and I get to hand it off to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael, for, I assume, a standard American sports metrically lengthened round 1.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes my big long round one, kicking it off. Stepbro.steve.
Hey, Steve.
He's got this, I don't know who the original poster is, but it's a picture of LeBron James next to a picture of The Undertaker, and it says, whose streak is more impressive, LeBron or The Undertaker? Eric Nathan, friend of the show, Eric Nathan says, imagine comparing some scripted entertainment to The Undertaker's streak.
That's funny.
Next up, we have James Parker, friend of the show, James Parker. He says, I made a very important purchase at the Medieval Festival. And you can see that this is a a big rug that he has on his like a what do you call it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a blanket. I don't know.
Like a throw rug.
Yeah, throw rug, whatever. And it's a
Kind of
picture of
looks
a
like a
cat
tapestry, though.
with an angry face over a cauldron, and it just says, "That's it. You're going in the soup."
Yeah.
Moist Buddha's here, keeping it moist, keeping it Buddha. Friend of the show. It's got a TVP, the very post. It's a picture of a woman with a very fake mustache, and it says Texas woman arrested for disguised as man to enter all male barbecue competition, and then, and then she won first place.
Ah, it's awesome.
Friend of the show, Goma just says, "Free my man."
That's weird. Why would you
Hot
do that?
dogs. Why would you have an all male barbecue
Why?
competition? Who gives a
That
shit
sounds terrible.
about gender? No, only the boys. So dumb.
Sounds to me like they knew she would win and they tried to block her out. She was like, "Fuck you guys, you're
That is what
stupid."
it sounds like.
Yep. Barbecue queen.
Hot dogs, friend of the show, hot dogs.
Hey, hot
Reposting
dog.
Jason Alexander, but not the famous one. Jason says, "Do women cry anymore?" This girl just said bet and hung up. What that mean? this is from Tank Sinatra, friend of the show, Tank Sinatra.
Hey, Tank.
I cannot remember this comedian's name. We need Tiede. He's a famous comedian. He was on Reno 911. He always wore
Oh.
roller skates.
Yeah. you got
Anyway,
me.
it says walks outside in the heat for 3 seconds, and he's sitting on the ground crying, and there's 2 cops consoling him, and he says, "I was murdered." This is so stupid. There's a water machine next to another water machine. One of the water machines is clearly broken, so somebody's put a
Oh.
bag over it, and somebody took a picture of it and said, "I'm crying. I'm so happy for them." And it sort of does look like a bride and groom,
I
especially
can
because the
kinda hear
new
the
one's
bells.
black.
Yeah.
Looks like it's wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Ginger Georgiana
Oh.
has posted this picture of a rainbow flag, and it says, "Someone you know is gay." And then the bi flag, and it says, "Someone you know is bi." And then black and white checkers, and it says, "Someone you know is in a ska band." And then the trans flag, and it says, "Someone you know is transgender, maybe even someone you love. Think before you speak hate." And she says, "Yes, you can even love someone in a ska band." And my last meme for round 1, the wholesome round.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
We're sticking with
Daily
that.
Bugle Janitorial says, "Unfortunately, the Catholic Church declaring holy war on AI is raw as fuck." And that's all I got for round 1. Kicking it over to you, Brane. Do you know about the encyclical? Did you read what the Pope wrote about AI?
No. I'll
You
just say
should look.
no.
You should look into this. There will
Okay.
be more memes. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have no idea what any of this means.
What any of it
Right.
means? What does it mean?
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. This one
Happy
we're starting
Pride.
off with MMA community and low kick MMA combining, and Holly McWilliams, sorry, posts a picture of, I think that's the grandpa from Choppers, maybe, or one of them Pawn
Okay.
Stars, maybe.
Pawn Stars. Yeah.
Pawn Stars. And it says, "When you go to the Pride Parade, but nobody wants to talk about Crow Cop versus Fedor. Those bastards lied to me." Yeah, and that's a throwback to Pride Never Died. Pride Fighting Championships was around from 1997 to 2007, and they had way better mixed martial arts fights than the UFC did at the time, till the UFC bought them out. And I get mad when nobody wants to talk about Crow Cop versus Fedor, so not appreciating that. But I do love that fucking car in the background. Looks like the one that what was Bruce Lee's name in, what was it, like Kato or something? The Green Hornet?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's what that reminds me of. I wish,
Green Hornet
Michael,
car.
are you
I
cool
can
enough
see
to
that.
know what car that is? I don't know, but it's a cool ass fucking car. Anyways, we'll move on.
Very.
What'd you say?
Joshua Neg One Health
What'd you say,
says
man?
for. Say it again.
I was asking what you said.
Oh, let's see. Do you know what car this is?
Oh, great question.
Well, there's a Jeep in
Um,
the background, so that was cool enough. Let's
no, I don't know what it is. It looks like an old Cutlass.
yeah, or some kind of Skylark or something. I don't know. Cool ass muscle car. Let's just say that and then we'll
Yeah.
move on. This one's again Joshua Neg One Health. I didn't follow him. I should have probably. I need to be more healthy in my life. But this one says for Pride Month, you can't say, let me get this straight. You have to say, just so we're queer. Thank you for your cooperation during this festive season.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want you to
This
know that
one-
was my very next meme. Not like it wasn't just in my deck. It was my next one.
See, you should have ended the round on that. Then I'd have been
Damn.
scrambling around. See, you
Mhm.
had an ostensibly wholesome. Anyways, this one's from This Week in Geek Radio, something with an S. I forgot to check. It is an AI version of like a Cat in the Hat type of book cover, and this one is it has an emperor's helmet on with a nail going through it, and an old Asian mustache on the Cat in the Hat person looks like kind of grayish, and
Yeah.
he looks a lot like Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China, and it is labeled "How the Sorcerer Stole My Truck" by Jack Burton. So shouts out to Big Trouble in Little China. If you've never watched Big
Oh, love
Trouble in
that
Little
movie.
China, it's a great fucking movie, and it takes
Great
place in
movie.
San Francisco. So yeah,
Love it.
Fucking classic.
yeah. Photoshop of Horror says "No Mercy," and it is a picture of what looks to be the screenshot from the original Karate Kid. Yeah, where the sensei is telling Johnny to sweep the leg, but it is the Meeper from Sesame Street or whatever
Beaker.
the Beaker from the Muppets, and he says
Yeah.
meep the leg, meep the leg. Yeah, maybe I should have prepared some before some of these memes before I did them. Can you tell I'm rusty as shit? After being off for 4 weeks, I'm rusty as shit. All right, Jeff7MR. He says, I want to record an audiobook that's 8 hours of breathing and page turning. Then just say, oh, you meant out loud right at the end.
Stupid.
Adley says, why are they called ex-fiancés and not near misses? But it's MRS. Near misses. All right. I guess Eric didn't get that one because he's got an ex-fiance. All right.
Yeah.
We call those baby mamas, huh? All right. Jeff7MR again says, sorry to hear your brother was run over by a boat in Venice. My condolences.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he gets triple hat trick for Jeff7MR. He says, I found out that R is not a real word. I can't express how angry I am.
All right, I like that one. That was dumb.
Yeah, and then I think this one's the last one for me for this round. This one's Meme Moz, and Joey Line says SpongeBob, and it is a straight line. What are those? Like a bracket, and then in parentheses there is a dot, and then another parentheses with a dot in the middle, and then another bracket. SpongeBob, Patrick, and it's like a backslash. Same with the all of them have the parentheses with the dot in the middle to look like eyes, and a forward slash. Squidward is double parentheses with the eyes in the middle. Plankton, the bracket, the eye in the middle, the bracket. Mr. Krabs, bracket, dot, bracket, dot, bracket. And they all do look like kind of like little faces of each of those characters. But Meme Bonkers at Meme Bonkers says, I thought these were titties for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of wholesome I got for you. Passing it off to you, Eric.
Awesome. We'll see. We'll see how wholesome I can keep this show. Don't make me turn this show around, guys. All right, the ostensibly wholesome round. I even put in kittens. Come on, who loves you, baby? All right, wholesome round. Hey, friend of the show, Kadeem, got his brand little baby there, and took her to the Shed Aquarium. And I just met another baby. Baby's playing with the other, looking at fish. I'm sorry, but it just made me happy and warm inside. So that's as wholesome as I get right there. I'm gonna meet this baby. Here we got a couple doctor and a nurse in a surgery room. And in this cartoon from Menzo by Brian Kent, it says, "Quick, nurse, hand me nothing." It's captioned, "Homeopathic surgery." I like that one. FB for TV, a weekly meme cast. Did you know we have a Facebook page? You can like and subscribe. Over at So Amethyst has posted this, and it says, "I was heating up the soup, and I told the cat, 'Now, if it boils, let me know.' 5 minutes later, cat came in, started yelling. I looked, and the soup was boiling. Now I'm afraid of my cat."
And that's where Michael's meme comes in, where the cat says, "Now you go in the soup."
Fox Akuma over on the best and worst of Twitter too says, "What the fuck, bro? How did you know?" Friend of the show, Kristen Yunakis, who puts on our open mic here, has this picture from inside a restroom, and it is a kitten showing you her butt. The black kitten showing you her butthole, but she's also wearing red pumps, like 6-inch stiletto heels, like incredible. And
I was hoping that it wasn't a kitten, just because, like, I mean, I know that's popular these days, but like, hopefully, we're at least looking
cat
at
butthole.
an adult cat butthole. Like, I mean, like, kittens shouldn't be rocking stilettos and showing their butt. Is all I'm
I want to say
saying.
this.
That's my take on it.
I don't like the picture. It's deeply unsettling. I was not comforted by what Brane said.
Correct.
Well,
Should not be comforting one bit.
I just want to
Lisa Smith, the original poster, is apparently on your side because she says, "Just why? Why is this in a restaurant bathroom?" And Kristen says, "You're right. Why is this in a restaurant bathroom and not in my bathroom in my house?"
That's fucked up.
Let that be a moral to you, folks. People who put on open mics, there are consequences. Okay, talk to your children about putting on open mics. There's consequences. Here we have a picture of the Star Trek Enterprise on a cake, except that it is the Star Prize Entership.
Fuck, I hate this.
8-bit TARDIS says, "Space Treks. These are the voyages of the Star Prize Entership."
Shit.
Guy Jerry says, "Long live and prosperous." Quasi-Normalcy says, "Space, the frontier. These are the voyages of the Star Prize Entership. It's 5-year mission to sort out new light and new symbolizations. To badly go whence none men hath gone before." Star Trek theme starts playing off-key, performed by a kazoo band. This one is by something in Arabic, which I do not speak. At Donda was taken. Never forget that you are the main data center. Drink water and consume as much literature as possible. It'd be a good place to have that bell sound, I think.
Good.
Friend of the show, Sabacat Teacher, has this post, hashtag ADHD. Oh, do I feel this? She is here giving us the side eye as she's leaving the hospital because she just got done peeing in a cup to prove I'm not on meth, illegal, so they will give me legal meth, Vyvanse.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the American medical system, envy of the world. Rich Cassidy posts this. They say 40 is the new 30 and 50 is the new 40. All I know is that 9 p.m. is definitely the new midnight. Party! Here's a post from AOL, which I didn't even know was still around, but apparently they are. And Jessica Sisk says, "One big difference between men and women is that if a woman says, 'Smell this,' it usually smells nice."
Oh God.
Here's one found in the wild that says, just because I give you advice doesn't mean I'm smarter than you. It means I've done more stupid stuff than you. Might be another wisdom bell there. Like, thank you, Sensei. May have another. Ashley at Spookish Mommy says, summer camp for adults where we stay in our cabins and read all day. And then the evenings we sit around the fire and talk about our books and eat s'mores. Fonda Lee comes on and says, I'd like to go to a luxury resort where instead of golf and tennis courts, there's a gorgeous library with a crackling fire and the comfiest chairs and servers bring you drinks and canapes all day while you read. And I'm like, holy shit, yeah. That sounds ideal. And in front of the show, Kara says Allerton Park and Conference Center does that. And I'm like, damn, what kind of canapes? And finally, friend of the show, the Credible Hulk, has this post from Ivan Werning with a picture of the Mandelbrot set, the old fractals that were so trendy years ago. Says, a friend of mine just revealed to me that the middle name of Benoit B. Mandelbrot is Benoit B. Mandelbrot. That was the end of round one, leading us into Il Due.
Yeah, we're heading into round two, the ostensibly second round, Eric.
Dos roundes.
Kicking it over to me, Trash Can Paul. Keeping it nasty. Just fucking
Paul.
gross. He's got a picture of Buffalo Wild Wings, like fried pickles. And
okay.
Then there's a picture of a whole bunch of copper wire. And it says, send this to someone you'd like to eat bottomless fried pickles with, or strip copper wire from abandoned office buildings with, but don't tell them with. Not today, God. Friend of the show, not today, God.
Hey.
As a picture of Ellen DeGeneres, and it just says, here lies Owen Wilson.
You're getting a lot of these death notices.
Yeah. Next up is Not Today God, who has a picture of Smokey the Bear. You guys remember Smokey the Bear, friend of the show? Smokey the Bear?
Yeah. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Right,
His
except
name
he's
is
pointing
just
at a
Smokey
sign
Bear.
that says, remember, only you can go fuck yourself. Next, we have Not Today God again. Picture of an actual, like, I don't know, do you call it a bumper sticker if it's on the back windshield? But whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a stencil.
I just want you to know how much I love this. If I ever see this bumper sticker in the wild, I swear to God, I'll put it on my truck. It says, if you don't have time to pull over and fight, don't honk your fucking horn at me. I really appreciate that. Everybody's so fucking tough when they're behind the wheel of their car. Moist Buddha's back, this time with Shithead Steve. Keeping it moist, keeping it Buddha. Also Steve. He's got a picture of that one
Steve.
actor. I can never remember his name, but he plays the bad guy in Casino Royale. And it says, Europe maxing. 1, wake up with no alarms. 2, get coffee with friends. 3, have lunch with same friends. 4, go for a long walk. 5, more coffee with friends. 6, do nothing.
I don't know for sure, but I think that guy's name is Mads.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, Mads Marsden. Yeah.
Or is it-
I can't forget a villain named Mads.
It might be
Nice.
Mars Madsden.
Sure. I'll allow that.
Trash Can's back. He's got a picture of 2 trains. And it says you can't spell autism without you and I, twin. And then it's people shaking heads. And I thought Tiede was going to be here. Sorry. Trash Can's back. There's a picture of a pirate with like a skeleton in pirate clothes, and it says "badass pirate rule number 7: no laughing when someone says poop deck." And my last meme for round 2, the ostensibly second round. Moist Buddha and drunk people doing things. Friends of the show. Here's a picture of a man who is wearing a white tank top tucked into the tightest pants imaginable. It's like he needed a shoehorn to get into these pants. And he's got 2 thumbs up, and it says beer garden ready. Friend of the show, Q and Briggs says, fart in them jeans, mate, and you'll break your ankle. And that's all I have for round two. The ostensibly second round, and we're back to you, Brane.
All right. We're going to start this one off with Dumbass Photoshops by Joel. And this one is a background of Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. But he is holding a Rocky Road ice cream single and a Baby Ruth candy bar. Superimposed on his face is Chunk from the Goonies, and it is labeled Nunchunk. And Photoshop by Joel says, "Enter the truffle shuffle. Be like ice cream, my friend." Yeah, feast or fury. Feast or fury. All right, maybe it wasn't Enter the Dragon. Anyways, we got photo edits by Sean. They tag team on this one. I don't know how he did this one, but this one is a picture of David Lee Roth wearing a Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey tank top on stage, but it is photoshopped in with Sloth from the Goonies. And it says, "It's David Lee Sloth from Van Halen." Hey, you guys. Anyways, PSR 8M, I wonder if they're related to Jeff 7M, says, "Siri just told me that I shouldn't call her Shirley. I think I had my phone on airplane mode." Don't ever call me Shirley. How do I get an old TV reference and you don't, Eric? You know what? Fuck it.
Oh, he got it. That's Naked Gun, right?
I thought it was airplane.
Surely
Whatever.
you can't be serious. Oh, it is airplane.
I thought that was the whole joke. My phone's in airplane mode.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's a it's an old movie.
Oh, fuck.
It's
I
not
missed
a
the
TV show.
whole.
It's a movie.
I missed that whole part of the joke.
Yeah, I fucking come up with a Leslie Nielsen joke, and none of you guys get it.
I just
Thank you,
wrong
Nan.
Leslie Nielsen movie.
Thank you, Nan. Was
Surely you
that
can't
his
be
name?
serious.
That was not Leslie Nielsen, was it?
Yeah, it's Leslie Nielsen. I am
Yes, it
serious.
was.
And don't call
Alright,
me
cool.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
This one's Homegrown Puns and Lonnie Webb, and it's a picture of Chris Rock and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They both have tape dispensers on their heads. Yes, Eric, this is a double scotch on the rocks, please.
Oh my God.
Ha 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 ha! You didn't think I'd get that one, did you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
All right.
Really
13 years ago, Brain Damage posted on June 6, 2013. "Am I the only one who thinks the narrator for the NFL Works Top 100 Players is Bunk from The Wire?" Throws beer can on top of the roof and walks away. "I'm out of here, Jimmy." I said that and posted this, and then Diane looked it up, and the narrator for 100 Top Players was Bunk from The fucking Wire. I was like, yo, my ears are better than I thought. I fucking missed that show, and I miss Bunk, man.
Huh.
So I had to throw that one in there, even though it's not funny. Pat myself on the back, and yeah. And if you don't like The Wire, that is the greatest show of all time. It still tracks to this day.
Nice.
Comedy Reels and Clips says, "Someone threw a giant bottle of omega-3 pills at me. Luckily, I only suffered superfish oil injuries."
Oh my.
Superficial injury. Superfish oil in. All right.
It just hurt.
I wanted Tiede to be here for this one so bad.
No,
Rotten Potatoes and John Cook puts a picture of the movie Up poster, and but the old man has Christopher Walken's face from Pulp Fiction superimposed over, or photoshopped over, I should say now, and he is holding a stopwatch. And instead of just a giant up, this movie is called Up My Ass. I held this uncomfortable hunk of junk up my ass for 30 fuck. All right. That is doing your bunky mate, a friend, a fucking favor, man. I would not. I'd be like, yeah, of course I have it up my ass. And as soon as he died, I'd flush it down the toilet. Anyways. 80s kids. 80s kids.
Are you saying you would have put it up your ass to start with, though?
Nah, it would have just been in my drawers, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't even. In this scenario, why am I putting myself in jail? This is some bullshit. I tricked myself. You know what? That was not. 80s kids rule. We're gonna move along. It is a picture of the Cookie Monster watching Sesame Street in the background. He is eating cookies. He has a remote control. There's crumbs everywhere.
Good times.
Posters in the background. But it says, the amount of cookies I've watched the Cookie Monster waste with his bullshit chewing makes me sick. Me love cookie. This one's humoricals, and there is a bald-headed man with a nice beard, but he looks like he shaved off his mustache. That's a choice. And he has some cool square glasses. He's looking very, very upset and looking kind of wondering, like, why am I here? It says, Georgia man arrested after letting 10 pigs loose inside local police station. Claims he was just dropping off backup.
Hero of the show. Hero of the show.
Yes.
He's like, what the fuck? Why are y'all putting mug shot? I was helping out.
Gave him a ride to work.
Yeah.
Nice.
This one's the Dreamcasters and someone named Steven Luciani. And this is a 2-panel. The first panel has a very evil looking Tom with like a jungle hat on, sneaking out of a door, and it says, this is how I start stealth games. And in the second panel, we have Rambo with his machine gun. It says, this is how I finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is about how my gameplay works. Creep around for a little while and then fuck it, let's go full force, motherfuckers. That's how that works. Comedy reels and clips says hashtag FB lifestyle and FB style. And it says, I saw a one-legged man at the ATM. He was just checking his balance.
Oh my God.
And I think this is the last one for me for the whatever the fuck this round is. I forget what it is. Anyways, it's not wholesome, but this is Stay Woke Fuckery Galore. And the cartoon person is Twonks. It's a 4-panel. In the first panel, there's a guy getting a tattoo on his back, and the tattoo artist tattooing him, and he says, can't wait to see those giant pair of tentacles. And the tattoo artist kind of looks up in the second panel, looks down in the third panel, and the fourth panel goes, tentacles? And if you zoom in on that back tattoo, oh man, those are not tentacles. Those are ball sacks. Handing it off to you, Eric.
I do love the time police in Rick and Morty, whose heads are enormous testicles. It's one of the best aliens ever, and I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to aliens and testicles. Actually, I got an eyebrow raise out of Sammy. I'll take it. Round 2, the allegedly second round, usually somewhat irreverent, per tradition. Meme, a noun. It's not just a word. It's a lifestyle. And for those of us who do the show, you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, I gotta save this one.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a tale for you all. Actually, this is a weird one too. I don't normally do investment advice, but I was looking at the betting market, and apparently, if the tangerine toddler exits the White House by August 1st, and you put in $10, that pays out $345, which I think seems like a pretty good bet. $10 between now and August? Sure. Again, I'm going with falling down head trauma. That's my extreme guess. If I can figure out a way to do that, I might just become a betting man. All right, a little bit of a story here. This one ran in vt.co. Acquaintance of the show, I don't even know this person. Published this story June 3rd, says, man asks 8 different AIs for an answer on who will win the 2028 presidential election. Gets very surprising answer. I don't know if you guys are getting all this. It's not slop, because these are human beings that are using AI as if it's an oracle or a god. And I always find them funny. I got to be honest. I'm just like, why would you even do this, you dummy? They don't know the future. Anyway, so he fed into eight AIs. Perplexity picked Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, I believe. as the least flashy but most workable option. Even France's Le Chat landed on the same answer, praising Shapiro's record in Pennsylvania and describing him as, quote, the least bad option, competent, not corrupt, and not a walking meme. Growing consensus was Josh Shapiro. Google's Gemini picked it. Google's Gemini instead picked Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, which I thought was pretty good. Actually, suggested that Kelly's military service experience as an astronaut and appeal to moderate voters were his particular strengths. So that's kind of fun. But all the other ones just kept picking Josh Shapiro. The real one that stood out from the pack was Elon Musk's Grok, that picked Ron DeSantis. The guy who couldn't win against anybody. Barely won it. Anyway, just really hilarious. But the biggest surprise is that apparently AI is also on Truth Social, the one owned by the president, the one run by the president, just to amplify and algorithmically massage his messaging. Yes, the Tangerine Toddler's AI said choose, well, just, hey, what'd you choose? It picked Josh Shapiro. The same as all the other AIs.
Crazy.
So, anyway, just thought it was hilarious. And the chatbot doubled down and argued that Trump was uniquely disqualifying. Anyway, I thought that was the first AI story generated by a dorky human that I thought was fun. Controversial political memes for anti-establishment human beings. Friend of the show has a post from Trey Staples reposting CPAC Chopra at steak_ham. Little conversation here. Conservative. Let's ethnically cleanse America. Leftist. Are you fucking insane? We should fucking abolish ICE immediately. Centrist. LOL. Why are you swearing?
Yes.
All week, the pearl clutching I have seen is amazing. Now this is a game reference, so I don't understand very much about it. But
Halo.
it's Halo Campaign Evolved, which is due out in July, and Smash JT at Smash JT blue check mark over on the Shitlerverse, whatever you call that one, Elon Musk's thing that's Twitter. Says, this is unnecessary and intentionally signaling trans. They know what they're doing. Once you notice bisexual lighting being used, you cannot unsee it. This is intentionally. I will not be gaslit. And apparently, behind the shoulder of the Halo soldier, it's been circled, sort of a little sundog, little bit of purple and pink and the white clouds up there on a blue background. On Ringworld. Am I wrong? This is an artificial structure in space. But that little bit of lens flare there. Anyway, Matt Edelblut says, God's sanest cultural warrior. Smash JT, ladies and gentlemen. He will not be gaslit by Halo having their pink lens flare in the sky. He's on the case. Here we have a picture of the president, AI generated on the moon in a spacesuit next to the flag, with his helmet under his arm. And Joe G at East End Joe says, I'd like to see our president stand on the moon and have this picture taken. And friend of the show, Chris Boyle says, I'm down with that, with the helmet off, of course. Like, woo! I'm watching that For All Mankind show. Got a lot of moon imagery. The Artemis is actually going up there right now doing stuff. And I'm like, the moon is in the air. And these guys love AI slop and senile presidents. I don't know what it is, man, but they can't get enough of it. I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face, my favorite group by far, as you know, as a post from Lizzie Lou that has a picture of Charlie Kirk and Jedi at DHE3G says, no matter how much time passes, I think getting one shot by a white Mormon kid while blaming gun violence on black people will forever be the worst debate loss. It will never get worse than that, ever. Nope, you lose. If we spent as much time on our lives as we did on our memes, friend of the show and a source of guilt every episode, has this post from the Reddit group r/pansexual, posted by Vermicelli Alarming 43. says, I am pansexual. I am also a Republican. Pride events and rallies make me uncomfortable. Most of my friends are straight. I don't dress like any of the LGBTQ friends. I don't feel that I will be welcomed by the pansexual community because of my political beliefs. Is this strange? Guppy60 says, no, it's not strange at all. You aren't welcomed. 367 people laughing along with us. Let's point at this guy. You're Republicans. Fuck off. That is the end of my Act 2, the ostensibly, allegedly filler round. The irreverent round here on Facebook for the Blind. Handing it back to you, Michael, for the penultimate. The ultimate pen.
Yeah, thanks for kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. Kicking off with Mike Primavera, longtime friend of the show at
Hey, Mike.
Preem Awesome. He says, old guy at the gym wearing short shorts just bent down to tie his shoe, and the old flesh chandelier fell right out of the ballroom. Georgie at Beefy Gorilla says, bro was gifted with eloquent speech and uses it for evil. Stepbro.steve's back. Here we have somebody
hey,
who's
Steve.
we see somebody in a bathroom stall. There's jeans, underwear, shirt, sunglasses, shoes, and socks all on the floor. This guy is pooping completely naked, and it says, do not get the shrimp scampi at the Shelton Municipal Golf Course.
That
This
looks
is
soaking wet, too. Was that like
Yeah.
sweat through, do you think?
Yeah.
So gross.
Merriam-Webster, friend of the show, Merriam-Webster,
Hey.
says, when movies were shot on physical film, the film was measured in feet. This is why any recorded thing is now called footage.
Ah, look at that.
Hasib Aslam says, at Grok, is this legit? Merriam-Webster replies and says, where do you think Grok gets the info? Crub at Crub TV has a picture of the guys from the Plain White Tees, and they're looking horrified. And it says the Plain White Tees reacting to Drake covering Hey There Delilah in a fake Jamaican accent genuinely looks like NASA watching the Challenger disaster. I'm crying, man. At Miami Canes 1971 has reposted ESPN UK. And they have a picture of an athlete here who's wiping his face, and it says, England players face the impact of playing in the Florida heat. Miami Kane says, the British being unprepared to perform on American soil has been a tradition since 1776. America. Not today, God is back.
Suck it, Limey.
This time they just posted a Getty image by Peter Cade, and it's a guy wearing a striped dress shirt and a light blue necktie sitting at the table. Looks like he's having breakfast at home. And behind him, we see his probably his spouse, woman with blonde hair. She's getting ready to hit him over the back of the head with a frying pan.
Damn.
This was my favorite meme this week. It's from Dad and Buried at Dad and Buried. It says, I want coffee, but I don't want to make it, or get up, or be awake, or be my age, or have a job, or have responsibilities, or be sober, or be alive.
I feel this meme. Feeling it.
A lot.
And his picture, he's like got his hand behind his head, and he literally looks like he's reading this sentence right now. The man who is exhausted with existence. And my last meme for round 3, the penultimate round, comes to us from Stalatus, and it says, the atheism leaving my body the moment the Pope starts talking about how AI is an affront to God in the new Tower of Babel.
Yeah. Nice.
That's all I got for round 3, the penultimate round. What do you got, Brane?
Stupid shit. Let's find out. Eric,
Yeah.
could you take this one for me?
I'd be happy to, my friend. This one looks like it's from Red Pills and Raw something from poster. Oh, no, he's got the music of Chris Hart playing his workout trance, Hart energy trance. So I'd probably like this guy, probably. It says, the criminals have taken over Gotham City, and we have like 7 faces from the administration. We've got the spokeswoman, Carolyn Levitt, who is doing, oh, God. I watched the
Riddler?
movie.
I know that.
It's Joker's girlfriend.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Then we got
Thank you, Harley
Catwoman,
Quinn,
Kristi
yeah.
Nome. We got RFK as the Scarecrow because he's got no brain. We've got I can't tell who the Riddler is. Oh, it's Elon Musk with red hair and a big X on his chest. Oh,
Whoa.
Mr. Freeze is Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. Vance JD Vance is
Is that Two-Face?
doing Two-Face in drag on one side. We've got the Penguin, brilliantly played by Rudy Giuliani. That is spectacular. That's the best one in the batch. And, of course, the Joker, which is just our president in clown face, holding up a card that I can't tell what it is, but very cool. Love it. Yep, the criminals have taken over Gotham City.
It's too bad that they didn't put the silhouette of Batman in the background as Bernie sitting on the chair with the mittens.
Yes. Oh, missed opportunity. Yes.
You see how I threw this one in there just for you and got away with not knowing any of them by having you read it? What a dick.
I did. I figured it out. When I saw
think
there
it's
were
called Red Pills and Radical Memes or some shit. I forget. I don't know. Sometimes they post cool shit. Sometimes it's not so cool. All right. This one is Carrie Gash. And they say your rap name is your social security number plus the street you grew up on plus your mother's maiden name. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, okay?
Not falling for that again.
Play Games LLC wasted no time. I literally just screenshotted this right before this, and it's a picture of Sega Genesis game Streets of Rage 2, and it says Streets of New York 2 instead of Streets of Rage. After every finals game in New York, and I don't know if you guys seen, but after the game last night, the Knicks fans just went mob ape shit crazy on the Spurs fans, and this is just a bunch of people just in Knicks gear beating up people in Spurs gear. I don't know why. I love sports and the rivalries of it. It shouldn't have to go to violence. So, anyways, this one is the actual Rooster. I'm sorry, what?
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah, it was hilarious. So yeah, I haven't been to this club yet in the Bay Area. There's a comedy club called Rooster T Feathers. I hope they don't think I'm talking too much shit because I would love to perform there one day. I haven't even gone to the open showcase, but that's because of transportation issues. It's too cold to catch the bus, and I don't have a car that will get me there. But they posted on their Instagram page that on July 12th, they will be having Stormy Daniels on stage. Actor / political icon is what they labeled her. It says big laughs, jaw-dropping stories. Why did we have to go with jaw-dropping? Candid conversations and live audience Q&A. And this just proves that no matter what, you could suck dick for stage time. Okay. My bad. I didn't mean to.
Terrible.
We're just going to move on. Jaw-dropping, really, Rooster Teeth? Come on, man. It's just upsetting. I'm not even a comedian that has that many followers. I'm still trying to navigate the open mic part of the career thing and get on guest spots on shows. But I know a lot of comedians that actually get to play at the clubs and they're featuring for these influencers and people that just have millions of followers is brutal as fuck because 22 seconds in, the audience realizes this is stand-up. This is not a reel. And these guys really don't know how to do comedy. So
influencers.
Yeah, I just wanted to bitch a little bit. This one's The Labyrinth. And it has a picture of what's this guy's name again?
David Bowie. David Bowie
in The Labyrinth.
Goblin King.
With his purple aura, which maybe we'll go back to that angry guy from Halo. He'll be in here. Oh, God damn it, that purple aura. But this one just is labeled, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my labyrinth. I stole your baby. All right. I like that song. I hate the fact that I liked it. That's one of those pansy songs that I don't tell you about, Eric. Don't fucking put it in next week. Actually, go ahead and put it in next week's rotation because it'll piss Tiede off. Hopefully,
I think we've already played it. It's all
Oh, okay,
bangers, no
good.
repeats. So no, I think we're good.
Oh, good. This one's Daniel Simmons. I don't know them.
Hmm.
Wow, I didn't even realize that I must have been listening to Sean Price on YouTube at the time when I screenshot this one. But it says, "What would Humper do?" And it is a picture of Humperdew from the show Preacher, which is also a comic book. And
Yep.
Humperdew was an offspring of Jesus. So basically, in the show, they were trying to recreate a Messiah from like, and so Humperdew had Jesus's DNA. He was like his great great
Oh.
great grandnephew or some shit. But he was like very very like, since they were so much inbred to try to keep the blood of Christ together, that Humperdew was not all there. But there was a lot of people that ended up following him. So I just like the wordplay. What would Humper do? Because that was his name, Humperdew. So that was cool. And also
Nice.
check out Preacher. This is the second show I'm plugging today. Fuck Hollywood. The Brooklyn Open House though has a 2-panel with Beetlejuice and Joe Exotic, and it just says, Ed
Oh my
Coyne
God.
says Joe Exotic is who Beetlejuice was when he was alive. And looking at them side by side, that tracks. This whole fucking time I thought it was damn it, what's
Michael
my guy's name again? Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. Yeah.
Yeah, they played Michael Keaton on that one. All right. And then this one's blasphemy memes, and it is an AI picture of Jesus looking at you like smuggish, and it says eyeliner on point, and it is labeled, maybe he's born with it, maybe it's make believe. Remember, it says blasphemous memes. Okay. Oh, back to back. The fix is in. This was an AI picture with Jesus with his
Mhm.
shoulder on Satan, or his arm on Satan's shoulder, just leaning on him like, "Hey, buddy." And then it says, "Good cop, bad cop, scamming people for 2,000 years."
Dude, the craziest part about this is though, is that if they were real, then they're not scamming people. So they're not real. So they're not scamming people.
Yeah, and like all the influencers say, this is just satire for entertainment purposes, and we're not trying
No,
to
it was
get banned or canceled or.
that's a
This one's
delightful
Christian.
paradox.
Yeah,
Oh.
Christian Nerds Unite Poe. I don't know. I don't remember what Poe was, but it is a picture of the Titanic. Oh, sorry, I mean the Ark. Um, the Ark, and you can see it's an AI picture. There's maybe some elephants hanging off of there. I think I might see a giraffe neck. There's some birds flying around, and it is in a storm. And it says Captain's Log, Day 39. Roasted unicorn is delicious.
Oh God.
I did that just to hear Eric say, "Oh God." Blasphemous memes making their hat trick appearance, and is an AI picture of some velociraptors with angel
Ooh.
wings flying through the sky. And it says, "I guess I misread Revelation," and it is labeled Velociraptor. That's what.
Dude, the consistency of the dumbness of your memes is your puns. It's, oh my God.
Hey,
It's growing on me.
I love it. I love it. All right. And this is the last one for me. This one's Scary Clip. And you see, it was labeled 2 of 2. It said that a grandma had passed away, and she gave away at her funeral little what are these things called? Ouija boards. And
Holy
you see
shit.
that in the picture, somebody opened their gift, and there's a picture of grandma flipping you off, and it says, "Let's keep in touch." And there's a mini Ouija board in there. That's fucking cool as shit. Yeah. And that one's gonna do it for me for the fucking what is it called? Ultimate, well, penultimate.
The
Leaving
penultimate round. Yes.
only the post of the most.
Fantabulous. And now, the part you've been waiting for. the round 3. Sizemore's round 3 of Facebook for the Blind, the penultimate round. Ultimate pens in this round. We always promise that. Oh, look, it's Darmok from Darmok and Jalad. Says, I just met you, and this is crazy. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra, maybe? I need my Trekkie nerds in here. It's just like I knew I could do it.
I'm just happy that we ended up with the same song on a meme in the same round.
Oh, it's totally intentional. I'm like, can I do this fast? Yes, I can. I wanted to point out something too. The Elon Musk robot dog that's running around San Francisco. My friend Tab commented best and said,
Yeah, I was about
"You
to
know
say.
what? It's my fault for having a phone."
Yeah. I
Tabby
was gonna
cat,
say that cat is high as fuck.
so good. Like just like the half eyelids. You know what, man? It's my fault for having a phone. Like Eeyore from Pooh. Friend of the show, Mark Anthony says, "Hey, if you're not insured, the cheapest and fastest way to see a doctor in this country is to book a flight and pass out midway through it." Brandon Baum says, "This man needs a tracheotomy. Does anyone have a pen?" Mark Anthony's like, "Hey, can anyone look at this mole?" Anyway, see, news you can use, life hacks and tips right here on Facebook for the Blind. Here we have a picture of some video game character drinking an espresso. And it says, "I don't know how many coffees it takes." Yeah, it says, Final Fantasy. I don't know how many coffees it takes to be friendly, but so far it's not 12. It's like, man, I've been there. I'm there right now, actually. "I didn't think the face-eating leopards would eat my face." Lizzie Lou making a second appearance in the show with this post from Andrea Marie 31. Says, "If you're going to build a fuck-ass fighting octagon on the people's lawn in front of the people's house, I should get to fight Stephen Miller in it. I pay taxes. This is my right." I love that. It's like, normally I don't agree with the... Like, it sounds like that should be in all caps, but I just screamed that. But, I felt it.
I just want to say I'm upset that the fight is on Sunday and not on Saturday. Fuck that damn flag day shit.
God, I would love to fight Stephen Miller.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know who those people are.
He's got those little noodly arms. You know what I mean? That's why he went into politics, they say, because he wasn't strong enough to choke prostitutes. If we spend as much time as we do on memes, we'd be better people. Making a second appearance of the show with this post from Laura Lorena. We got a Chad from 2016, and he's looking at a medieval tapestry with knights fighting. He says, "I would never fight a holy war." And today, he's looking at the Pope, and it says, "Pope Leo, I'm ready to launch me towards the nearest data center."
Yeah.
Da Pope. Here we have some kind of a real-life Chad holding a beverage. He's got his hat on sideways and some sunglasses indoors. He says, "Taking a break from my mental health to focus on substance abuse." Squad goals, people. Squad goals. Here we have the wife from The Shining looking over the typewriter, and it's just typed out again and again. "Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother." All right. Here we have a picture of Mr. Rogers, but with a goatee and the Klingon symbol on his sweater, and it says, "Children are weak." I'm loading up with the Star Trek imagery here, by the way. Here we got a picture of Jesus flipping over the tables in the temple, and he says, "Posers! You're all posers! None of you are punk!"
Yes. This is my theology in a meme. That's it.
I'm saying this to my fellows on the show. And finally, here's a picture of Hunter Biden, who has been trolling it extraordinaire. If you are not following Hunter Biden, you are missing out. He has put his own face on that AI-generated Dr. Trump thing, and he is putting his hand on Trump in a hospital bed, and he's got his hand on him, and it says, "Wake up, Mr. President, wake up. Nap time is over." Oh, over there on X. Oh, Lord, and my heart feels so happy. That was the end of my round 3 for Facebook for the Blind, leaving only my post with the most. Handing it back to you. Michael, what you got?
All right, here we go. Here comes the post with the most. This week, gotcha. This week, my post with the most comes from Roy Mao 5, friend of the show at Roy Lopez 808.
Nice.
This shit had me cracking up. He says, imagine your card declines at Build-A-Bear and they rip the bear apart in front of you.
There's no legal right to be that funny.
You know. What do you got, Brane?
I like that guy because 808 is Hawaii area code. I got a cousin over there named Ray Lopez and a cousin that passed away named Roy Batumbakov. So
Wow.
shouts out to my cousins, and then
Oh.
we'll end with this post of the most. Oh, look, it's me. 10 years ago on June 8th, 2016, I said new motto, and it says, if you are quote unquote normal, please get the hell away from me. I don't want to catch that shit from you.
Yeah, hell no.
Oh my God, frightening.
Fuck those normies.
What does that even mean?
It's a no
Right.
for
What
me,
does that
dog.
even? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Sounds
when my
horrible.
students call me weird, I go, thanks, buddy. You see me for who I am.
Jesus, yeah. What is that? What? I don't even know what that means. I'm perplexed actually. Moving on to the post with the most. It was the same as last week. Happy Pride for all who celebrate. Trump was looking at a picture of Jackson Dart and he says, is he a male model? He is a handsome guy, a beautiful guy, conservative guy. He said, I love you, sir. And the poster says Trump wears tons of makeup, loves interior decorating, his favorite band is Village People, and he can't stop talking about how hot guys are. Just an observation. And I seriously I look at this face and I just see him looking that way, just going, Jackson Dart, just glistening. That's how I picture it. That's how I hear
That's
it.
Bill Clinton.
Yep. Oh, gosh. Hey, I want to wish all the homophobes and transphobes a super uncomfortable month. That has been our post with the most, and that, I believe, is the show. That was an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind. The Attack of the Memes. Episode for, let's see, it's episodes 261. God. For 6/9. Nice. 2026.
Woo!
Nice.
Woo! Love you,
Thanks,
Barbara.
everybody. We love you. Mwah.
Woo!
Beverly.
All right, good night, boys. Love you.
Night.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.